City volunteers in the Philippines hold a free dental clinic for residents of Cabilao Island. Tzu Chi Charity Foundation Jordan branch has officially been established in Amman. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In the Philippines, the Bohol Provincial Government Office has signed an agreement with Tzu Chi to hold free dental clinics in public schools. The volunteers recently traveled to Cabilao Island to hold a free dental clinic. Tzu Chi has signed an agreement with the Bohol government to hold free dental clinics in public schools. They joined the dental team from the Coast Guard to travel to Cabilao Island.
Cabilao Island is a remote region and an island. It is difficult for the residents to seek dental services. Therefore, we decided to hold free dental clinic for the residents and their children on Cabilao Island.
The medical equipment and the dental chairs need to be transported by men in a relay. Seeing how the elementary school students are receiving dental treatment, the volunteers' efforts have been worthwhile.
I came here for teeth cleaning. I cannot maintain my beautiful smiles. If my father and mother saw me with the white teeth, they must be very happy since I did not brush my teeth every day.
I'm very grateful to Tzu Chi Foundation because my child was able to extract his tooth. I really appreciate it.
These school children will realize how important it is to have oral hygiene, cleanliness, especially in their growing years. So this will have a far-reaching impact on their lives.
While providing the free dental clinic can help the children with oral hygiene, it is more important to educate the children to take good care of their dental health. This year is the 6th year for Tzu Chi USA to hold free clinics in Santa Ana, Orange County, California. 100 people registered for the second free clinic. Among them, more than 60% are returning patients, showing everyone's trust in Tzu Chi.
This is Tzu Chi's 6th year serving Santa Ana in our community, and they have a health fair here 3 times a year.
In the second health fair of 2019, District 1 Orange County Supervisor has also donated $1,000 to Tzu Chi.
Such services as dental services can affect every aspect of a person's life. Something that people don't know is the biggest reason for people to miss work and for kids to miss school is actually dental care or a lack of dental care. And so this is an invaluable component to the service that you provide to our community.
90% of the people on site can only speak Spanish. Diana, who is wearing an orange armband, is from Mexico. She started wearing Tzu Chi's uniform after the 2016 earthquake. She then worked for Tzu Chi, starting to do good things.
I already started actually. I put 10 cents. 10 cents. Hopefully it gets to 100.
Today I'm sharing the amazing story of what Tzu Chi made in Mexico, and most of these people here are Mexican, so they're really touched. So I was sharing the bamboo bank story with them, and one woman started crying because she felt so touched. She's like, oh my God, they really care for us.
Because of care, Tzu Chi brings professional medical service here. The dentist Xiang hopes her father to pass on to her the experience of tooth extraction and root canal treatment. That's why she always invites her father to volunteer together.
She asked me if I have time. I said yes. And so she signed me up. And here I am.
Hematology oncologist Dr. Huang Jiaoshuo and pediatrician Dr. Zhang Xing are couple. They often work together to see patients. A 5-year-old little boy has congenital foot problem. Dr. Zhang is happy to refer him to another specialist.
我想他至少需要做1次到2次的非常专科的
I think he needs to undergo 1 or 2 orthopedics or foot surgery so that he can walk properly and be able to wear normal shoes. Otherwise, there's no way for him to play sports. So I'm very glad I can send him to an orthopedic surgeon to do the treatment.
Of 100 registered people seeking treatment, up to 66% are returning patients, showing that Tzu Chi medical team has gained the trust of the local people for the past 5 years.
Located in the West Java province, a village in Bogor only has one public health center. Indonesia TIMA members recently held a free clinic in this area to take care of the local seniors.
The medical outreach this time is aimed at patients 50 years and above. Tents are erected in the patient waiting area to help shield them from the sun, while volunteers help out wherever they could.
This is the first time I've offered my services. It's nice to see how passionate the residents are. Everyone is very relaxed here.
The school classroom stands in for clinic rooms as volunteers arrange for the patients to get their weight checked and blood pressure measured before seeing a doctor. In total, 15 physicians saw to the needs of 350 patients.
Bagi mereka itu yang usia-usia begini ini,
At their age, we pay closer attention to their diet and mental health.
Psikologis itu memang harus diperhatikan betul oleh keluarganya.
Many of the elderly suffer from heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes.
Alhamdulillah, Maya perawatan kia, kau dibantu.
I'm so thankful this type of medical outreach is here for us. We're being very well taken care of, thanks to the volunteers' assistance. I hope everyone stays healthy.
Sampai kemudian menyebar ke seluruh dunia.
We introduced the Tzu Chi Foundation to the patients and also explained more about the problems the elderly may have and what health symptoms they should look out for.
Yaitu penyakit yang dialami.
Helping the elderly ease their ailments, TIMA members safeguard the health of those in Sukajadi. The medical outreach each month helps spread love to more forgotten corners of the world.
In Ecuador, Tzu Chi's TIMA held a two-day free clinic in Manta. It has helped more than 4,000 residents of a small fishing village in San Mateo.
We're in Manta at San Mateo's parish. Manta was the city where Tzu Chi first began providing aid after the quake. It was always our hope to have more volunteers, but how? How do we launch this volunteer work? This medical brigade was the idea we came up with.
Fue la idea que se nos ocurrió. So we want to say from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much for coming. Hemos traído médicos de los...
We've brought physicians from the U.S., acupuncturists, dentists, and primary care physicians, so the people from this community can receive medical attention.
Hay servicios médicos aquí, quería aprovechar y tengo un poquito de...
There are medical services here today, so I'm seizing this opportunity. I have some needles. They're applying acupuncture to release a bit of stress.
Aquí en manos de los médicos, a ver qué tal nos va.
I'm here because my grandpa brought me. Last night, I had no split, so he brought me here to get checked and get some medicine. Sometimes I can't see the doctor because there's no time between studying and working. However, I had the opportunity today. My mother said, "Look, they're the Tzu Chi Foundation. They are coming. There will be doctors so you can get taken care of." I told her, yet I want to see a dentist, and that's why I came.
Los territorios como el nuestro en la zona rural.
Regions like ours lack comprehensive care, and certainly to the extent that these generous hands and hearts present to our country will vastly improve their quality of life.
Mejorar en gran medida la calidad de vida de la gente.
Never in my life have I seen a foundation come to bring care for everyone, for all of San Mateo. But now that the foundation has arrived, I feel good because they have provided medical care for my daughter.
Hay mucha gente de bajos recursos que no tiene acceso a medicina.
There are many poor people without access to medicine, or if they have medical insurance, hospitals have a waiting list for a month or two. And people with no means of transportation cannot make it to the city to get help. So this medical service is very important for the community.
Also in Ecuador, since there's only one hospital and one pharmacy in San Mateo, it takes a month to queue up for treatment. This is why city volunteers are doing their best to help in the local area, seeing patients for 7 hours a day without much rest.
It's yet another opportunity for us to keep practicing our professional skills. And not only that, but we also feel happy, pleased to be able to serve the people, being able to help to share a bit of knowledge with them. When the doctors saw it right away, they said, "No, that tooth looks very bad. We have to do an emergency extraction because it can't last another day." The service was very good, excellent. I'm very happy with the doctors who are on this team, truly a lot. And above all, I thank the Tzu Chi Foundation.
We want to pass out this compassionate and love with the international relief for them to understand what the Tzu Chi spirit is. Just also give the students some kind of lessons to let them understand we serve your patients, your people in the community. It's not just restorative. We also educate them how important of the dental hygiene. And you are the persons to help your community with your language, compassionate, and that way you have a good bonding with your peoples.
This will help us without a doubt in our professional training and as human beings.
Thank you so much. Okay, gracias. Okay, who's the next one?
Tzu Chi Charity Foundation Jordan branch has been inaugurated on August 1st. It took Tzu Chi volunteers more than 21 years before Tzu Chi Charity Foundation Jordan branch became the first official INGO in the Middle East. The CEO of Tzu Chi's charity mission, Bogor, exchanges an MOU with the Secretary General of Hashimi Charitable Organization, Amman, hoping to facilitate further collaboration. After the red cloth is unveiled, Tzu Chi Charity Foundation Jordan branch has officially been established.
Thank you, Your Excellency Bohol, for participating on behalf of Matachen, on behalf of Tzu Chi, in the 2 years we have known each other. I am aware of the encyclopedic knowledge that Tzu Chi has, with objective emphasis on your work in many other places.
Master Tzu Chi once said, "The value of life is not measured with how much money we have, but how much love we share. The greater the love, the stronger the strength we have to serve others."
Tzu Chi volunteer Chen Qiuhua, who has been carrying out Tzu Chi's work in Jordan, is deeply touched that Tzu Chi Charity Foundation Jordan branch has been inaugurated.
Tzu Chi has been in Jordan for 22 years. Recalling the process, sometimes I feel a bit saddened. However, I'm finally seeing the inauguration ceremony. Our foundation has been established. In my heart, I feel a deeper sense of mission. I need to do more and do a better job. Tzu Chi Charity Foundation Jordan branch is like Tzu Chi volunteers' official home. They'll be able to carry out more charity work and help the less fortunate in Jordan. In China, before Tzu Chi delivers aid supplies in the winter, the volunteers always visit the families in need in the summer. This time, the volunteers visited families in Junan County of Shandong.
咱们自己的方式不是成为那个探亲嘛？当然来探亲，当然要特别的高兴啊。其实呢，做自己这么久了，也不管它是炎炎的夏日还是寒冷的冬天，现在呢，感觉就真的就是自己的本分事。
Whether it is in the rain or under the sun, city volunteers hold the same attitude. 57-year-old Zhang Yuxiang has lost vision in one eye due to diabetes. She lives by herself after her husband passed away and her daughter got married.
I have also experienced poverty and suffering. Therefore, I'm happy to see people care for them, alleviating their suffering when they feel helpless.
In Junan County of Shandong, the volunteers visit solitary seniors or families with grandchildren raised by grandparents. Dr. Zhao Zishi has also donned a volunteer vest to help out.
I've come into contact with Tzu Chi for about a year after learning about Tzu Chi's volunteer culture at Renhe Hospital. I've wanted to spread Tzu Chi's great love. I hope that people around me can also feel the warmth.
Going amongst the public allows us to learn about living. We can also train ourselves and know that we have unlimited potentials.
As the volunteers visit these families who have been through much hardship, they brought love and warmth to them. In Haikou City, Hainan Province, there's a group of people doing recycling every Wednesday and Saturday night in DaShensha. In 2012, recycling was done inside a shopping mall with poor circulation. In 2016, the place was changed to the first floor, and people can do recycling in the evenings.
There are more than 30 volunteers doing recycling every Wednesday and Saturday night in the pedestrian zone of DaShensha.
If I stayed at home, I usually watch TV. It's quite boring. I'm happy if I go out to do recycling. I'm happier and can also exercise my body.
Huang Xueli is an office worker. She collects recyclables everywhere after work. She gets rid of her worries by the way.
I like to compare with others in the past, but now I don't.
The shops on the street close one after another from 6:30 p.m. It is when the recycling volunteers start to sort out recyclables, even though some of them are not in good health conditions.
During the time after fall, I felt uneasy when not doing recycling.
We are volunteers, not the members of the public. They always come earlier than us, hence we should come early to do recycling.
In 2012, recycling in DaShensha was carried out initially in the morning at a shopping mall. It was changed to the evening in 2016.
Later, the place was changed to downstairs for us to do recycling. The environment there is more comfortable. Those people are happy doing it. Some people who need to take care of their families and grandchildren or need to work will come later. They usually come for 1 or 2 hours from 7:30 p.m. This actually can help seed goodness in our lives.
I saw Auntie Huang Hua take out trash from a trash can. I then helped to pick for her. I asked her why. She said it was for recycling. So I started doing recycling with her together.
Persisting in doing recycling for 8 years, their attitudes of protecting the environment and saving the planet will not change.
Due to the gas explosion in Kaohsiung in 2014, local residents are increasingly sensitive to smelling gas leaks. Although it's been 5 years, they still receive about 30 calls each month. To prevent history from repeating itself, the Kaohsiung government has set up an Office of Pipeline Safety, where data for underground pipes are mapped.
Having lived through the nightmare of a gas explosion, residents of Kaohsiung immediately report strong odors when they smell it.
货物中心您好，比信中很高兴您服务，是靠近澄清路口位置，有一个瓦斯的异味。
In the first month after the incident, we got about 300 phone calls that month.
Increasing their vigilance, it's been about 5 years, and the service center still receives about 30 calls each month regarding a gas leak.
它会显示100公尺内的那个地下管线的一些详细资料。
The year after the gas explosion occurred, Kaohsiung City government established the Office of Pipeline Safety, where the phone lines are manned 24 hours a day. When they receive a call of a leakage, the first thing they do is pull up the pipeline map for that area.
工业管线它是属于哪一个管束群，然后哪一间公司的。
The map data help us to identify the situation when a leakage is suspected. We can see their operation situation to see if there is a real leak or not, or determine which pipeline is leaking or what type of substance is leaking.
这是无用气体侦测器。如果它在现场测量到毒质的时候，我们就要派员去到现场。
Currently, there are 484 industrial pipelines in Kaohsiung, but is it enough to map out all the underground pipelines?
这个93568跟93972，这个是他们双方一边是打过来的流量，一边是接收的流量，所以是差不多的。
This is a pipe conveyor system. After the gas explosion, each factory was required to install it.
I can see the situation on one side and the other. The advantage is when one side's conversion rate is not right. Both sides know.
8.77，超过3.8以内就不行。3.8以内都不行，对不对？对，所以我们会比较上次的检测数据这样子。
Examination of the metal pipe's thickness is also part of it. Each factory must conduct their own checks and report it to the Department of Environmental Protection every 5 years.
我们这个钢管大概是没有所谓的使用年限。
The steel piping does not have an expiration date, but we will test it yearly to check for the wear and tear to determine whether we will replace it.
速度那来决定我们这管线是不是要更新。
我们先把那个里面的压力排掉，请产品操作。
Maintenance of the pipes is just calling the reinforcements. It's not really a once and for all solution. The real solution is to put an end to petrochemical pipelines crossing Kaohsiung City.
Kaohsiung City District still has about 293 meters of road that is lined with underground pipeline. The further the delay in removing the pipes, the more the residents worry.
Utilizing urban planning and restructure the petrochemical plants to the ocean side. I will move near the ocean, but this then poses a different sort of danger. In actuality, there is no such thing as a risk-free situation. All we can do is do our best in reducing the pipe risk.
应该是说这边不是那种人流会经过的地方啊，所以他们做的都比较不是路边客。
Though the pipe underneath the gas explosion zone has stopped conveying, it's only the beginning of things.
管线转管线中心只代表说
When it's registered with the OPS service center, it just means we know where the pipes are. But it does not specify if perhaps there are groovers not registered or unregistered pipelines. This all needs to be further investigated.
The consequences of the development of this industry is something Kaohsiung City residents cannot escape. But how best to not let history repeat itself is really the goal of everyone.
Taichung Jingsi Hall has hosted an art exhibition commemorating the 9/21 earthquake. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.